Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to a special TTMS episode 130 episodes in, guys. Shout out to you, homies, in the chat. I know some of you guys may be in Australia sometime. I believe it's 2026 for you guys. You know, for us guys, another 5 hours that I'll be in 2026 in the UK, and you guys are a bit behind as well. But New Year's Eve special, no doubt. You know, your boy's gonna be talking that shit. We got a little bits and bats to talk about what's going on with the next gen consoles. About was there some of the ponies crying over the certain people flipping and crying like bitches. We'll talk about that as well. But 2026, what is going to be going on in 2026? What is the playbook? That's going to be a great one. I'm looking forward to it, honestly. But guys, hope everybody's been good. I hope you guys had a great holidays with the family, Christmas, you name it, all of that. Hopefully everything's worked out for you guys. This when it comes to the end of the year and tomorrow. Hopefully you guys be safe out there. If you're going out to New Year's Eve, Times Square, wherever the hell it is, wherever you guys are from, just be safe out there. Lot of Grizz goes is 2026 make me a mod. Well, I might have to do spin the wheel again like last year because the snipers might need to go back to training school again. So let's see how that plays out. I might have to bring back spin the wheel for the new snipers. I'll think about it. I'll see what's going on next year. But shout out to the homies in the chat. We're gonna have a great show. And listen, let me pull up this banner. Shout out to the homies for supporting as well. And let me give a shout out to some of the homies in the chat. We got Adidas 20. What's going on, Playboy? Shout out to Adidas, man. We got LKP. What up, Doggy Dog? What's going on, Playboy? Crispy Rambo. What else do we have? Joseph, I can't say your name. Sorry, bro. Josuetes. Sorry, my bad. Guy, I'm shocked. Wait, Dave. What up, player? What up, good? The game Newcastle. What's going on, Newscast? What's up, Playboy? Electron Bandit as well. Malcolm, what's going on, G? Hope you well. You got E ranks. We got a 5-foot assassin Raiders back from the North Pole. LG, what up, player? We got Silver Fox as well. We got Jonas the Dad. Grizz, Ozzy, what's going on? He goes, Happy New Year, killer. Ozzy, I think Ozzy's 2 years ahead of me, 2 hours ahead of me. Shout out to you, Playboy. Meet the Cheetah, Razor Ultron. Who else we got? We got Kadam as well. We got Be Nice, Preston Wicks. What's going on, player? What up? Hope you well. The mechanic goes, Happy New Year. Salute to you, Playboy. All right. Tickle Beans is in the chat as well. What up, player? What's good? We got a homie, Kadam as well. Kadam. Happy New Year, Playboy. 100%, bro. 100%. 2026 is here, man. Let's have some fun. Let's just have some fun whilst I'm here talking that shit with some of the homies as well. Why not? Let's have some fun, man. Hope you guys have a great time as well. 2026. Let's see how that plays out for us anyway. Isaac Hayes goes, Happy New Year, bots. As you should. As you should. I just want to say before we get into the show and talk about some dumb shit. It's been a crazy 2025, and it's been a great 2025 as well, to be honest. Just just overall with real life stuff as well, on and off. But overall, guys, really salute to you guys for supporting like TTS, WBG, and Ray and these guys as well. It's Web Dave as well. It's been a great time, and I'm glad like 2025. When we started doing WBG in 2020. And it's going to be 6 years next year. Well, in the next 2 months, it's been great to see some of you guys still been around from like day one, and some of you guys remember me from the other podcast back in the days from 2018 as well. But shout out to you guys for rocking out with us, showing the love as well. So let's continue 2026. Let's have a great year, man. Definitely. Guy J, what up? We got Caroline Gamer as well. What up, Playboy? What's good? I was going to start with, let me see what I can start with. 1 second. Ray Johnson, what's going on, homie? What's going on? You know what? Let's start up with this shit straight away. Because it's coming to the end of 2025. Let's start up with this shit here. What's going on with 535? Hopefully, the year of Fable. Oof. We'll see. We will see about that player. Anyway, I want to pull this up, and I believe some of you guys might have seen it as well. So I want to pull up something from Paul Tassi. My captain's in the chat. What's going on, player? Paul Tassi, and yeah, this to say about some of the Xbox games. Xbox tweeted out yesterday talking about shout out to Obsidian for dropping some great games. Not one, not two, but three fucking games. So shout out to them. It's been a massive 2025 for Obsidian, and hopefully 2026 if we see something from them. I'm not sure, but listen, they had a great 2025. You can't deny that. I can't deny that as well. Let's be real. Regardless if you don't like some Grounded or Outer Worlds or Award 2, bro, they have dropped multiple games this year, and Award was one of them great games for me. For me, I was surprised. Outer Worlds 2, I'm not going back to it. Grounded 2, I heard is great, but I'm not played the first one. But we'll see how that plays out next year with community game night as well. But he talked about his heart. So he's talked about when Xbox tweeted this out talking about shout out to Obsidian. He had this to say. Paul Tassi goes, did these do well? I realized that Xbox metrics are essentially impossible to find out now. I really liked about. I feel like they all came and went almost instantly, though. You know what's crazy about this? End of the day, there were so many games coming out. Plenty of games. It's been a strong year in terms of gaming. And you telling me right now, you like the game. You really like the game about. But did it do well? All I gotta say is, shut your bitch ass up. Punk, Xbox has dropped the games. 12 motherfucking games. And you complaining about did they do good or not? Bitch, did you enjoy them? Yes or no? Yes, that's the answer. Play the bitch. Doesn't matter if it was in Game Pass, you bought it, PC, whatever the shit. When it comes to Avowed. But I think that's still Xbox and PC at the moment, which will probably change next year. But listen, if you enjoy the game, that's it. But for some reason, when I look at shit like this, there's always a question mark when it comes to Xbox. And that's the shit I keep seeing. And I believe in 2026, it's gonna be the same shit. What's going on, my homie Dirk Griggs in the chat? Goes Paul Tassi P sitting down. Well, shit, Playboy. It is what it is. What's going on, Dirk? Hope you well, man. You're there. If you want to hop in, bro. New Year's Eve, let's have some fun. If you want to hop in, let me know. If you want to hop in later, just you know the score. But the interesting thing about this is, it's always a question mark about Xbox. Sorry, Xbox, and it was the same with Ryan McCaffrey punk ass about GTA getting delayed. Now it's the same shit again. Where is the let me remove this shit. Where is the motherfucking question mark for PlayStation about only dropping two games, two first-party games, MLB, and I'm talking about if you want to call them sequels and new games, and Ghost of Yote. Two games from first-party, a sequel, and MLB the show. That's the shit I'm talking about. Where is the question mark? Why aren't they coming out with a question mark talking about only two first party games? One was both of them was like sequels, basically. And if you want to add the Days Gone director's cut or something, go ahead. That's the shit I'm talking about. Why can't it be a question mark from? Well, it could be a question mark. PlayStation's had a great year. They could have still had with consoles, but guess what? They only dropped two first party games. Where is that question mark? And that's the problem I have all the time. I see this whenever I see this stuff, it's always the question mark. And I bet you next year is going to be the same shit, because we know what Xbox is doing next year when it comes to their first party games. Let's not even talk about 2020, 25 was incredible. And I really do believe 2026 is going to be even better. I really do believe that. I don't think it's rage bait. I mean, come on. I really like not all. When to a certain extent, some of these dudes is rage baits. If that's what Tassi does, but he's not the only one. That's what I'm talking about. He ain't the only one saying that shit. There's always a question mark. What does this mean for Xbox? What does that mean for Xbox? Such a game has been delayed. And what will it mean for Gears of War or the Call of Duty games? And that's where I always seem to have a bit of a problem with these dudes. Like, come on, put the question mark on Nintendo, put that question mark on PlayStation. Keep it fair. That's all we're asking. You can say, do you know what? PlayStation had a fantastic year selling consoles, but when it comes to first party games, they fell short. Fair plays. So you can say the same shit with Nintendo Switch 2. Launched great, dropped well, I don't know, Mario Kart, all that bullshit. But we would like to see more third party support in the future. Do you know what? Some shit like where's that question mark? That's the shit I'm talking about. And it ain't the first time, and I know for a fact in 2026, what's going on, Michelle? What's going on, Arnie? Chad? Your Chad, what's that? Sean Xbox new tweet is going to be a big one. Pause. That is going to be a big one. Let me know. Playboy. Sir Rifflot with the two Sean. In 2025. Sean in 2026. TTS Playboy. Talk that shit, Sir Rifflot. Talk that shit. Justin B with the two. We need to leave these holes in 2025. You know the problem is, Justin B? These holes gonna follow us in 2026. They're gonna play all of these games in Game Pass and keep talking about, is Game Pass sustainable? Is Game Pass affordable? Or Game Pass price is too high because it's $24.99, I believe, in the States. But what's going on, fuck you? Happy New Year to you, Playboys, and to the rest of you guys as well. Cheer Walker, what's up? Is Game Pass, 24? But then we find out that they play these games in Game Pass. That's the funny shit. That's the crazy thing about this. We've heard it from Nib and these guys. Game Pass, is the price is expensive. Then he find out he played out of them 12 first party games from Xbox. He played all of them in Game Pass. And that's what makes me laugh. And that's going to be another question mark in 2026. And if you want to compare, listen, we could do this shit about comparing the different subscription services. We understand why a certain subscription service is higher than others. Why? Let me give you you know what? Since we're talking about this shit, let me give you a prime example. Where is this shit? 1 second. Where is this shit? I'm sure I had this shit ready. 1 second. All right, here we go. Let me pull this shit up. Since people like to compare shit, talk about it's too expensive and all that, like compared to his competitors. Xbox zoom in. Okay. I'm gonna have some water. That's all I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have some water. And you look at this shit for a second. This is some nasty ass shit. PlayStation January games. Need for Speed Unbound. Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse bullshit. And whatever the other game, Core Keeper or some shit. Look at this shit. And you're talking about the service, PlayStation Plus and all that bullshit's on the same level. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Next year, when it comes to that question mark, and watch what happens, that question mark is going to kick in. Straight bangers, my ass. When it comes to that shit, what Xbox is going to do, first of all, it's not even comparable. That's the funny shit about this. It's not even the same league. I believe the highest PlayStation tier is $20, I believe, in the States. Versus Xbox is $24.99. And what are you getting for that 20? What are you getting for that extra 4.99? And before that, earlier this year, when Game Pass Ultimate was 19.99 and PlayStation was like what $18 or some shit, a different ball game. It's still $18, okay. Well, let's $18 fine. It's a different ball game, and that's the question mark they're gonna keep having. How is this possible? What is the difference for Game Pass and what's the difference between Game Pass and PlayStation Plus? Subscription services. And we know on top of that what Xbox is talking about next year. Now, end of the day, when I was talking about Paul Tassi, he was talking about what happened with this game, the metrics and all that shit. Listen, you play the game, you enjoy the game. It is what it is. Not every game can make it like that. Not every game is going to get 50 million players like Forza Horizon. Not look at this is nothing. This has got nothing to do with Game Pass as well. We have some great games come out this year. Nobody's talked about them. They fell short. Great games, but they fell short. And that's what it is. This is the gaming industry. Not every game can be a success or a hit. Prime example, Arc Raiders was one of them games. Straight up hit. Out of nowhere, smashing it. You got certain games that don't hit like that. What's going on, Doomslayer? What's up, player? Happy New Year to you as well. And when it comes to the Xbox question mark, yet again, guys, watch next year. It's going to be really interesting. Oh, what's going to happen to Gears of War? Question mark. Since it's going to be launching around GTA or something. Oh, what's going to happen to Fable? Question mark. Since it might be launching near GTA, or will it get delayed? And that's what's going to happen every single time. When the game comes out and it does what it does, because there's so many games coming out, people move on to the next game. Not every game can be an expedition. Toolman, what's going on? Not Doomslayer, what's up? Not every game can be an expedition. That's why that motherfucker dominated the Game Awards and was the game of the year. Not every game has that magic. It could be a $10 million game, it could be a $200 million game. Not every game has that magic. Shit. Let me get this super chat. Prolific with a 2. Clappy New Year's Eve. Kiss my ass, Prolific. Yeah, where's that Eddie? 1 second. You're Prolific. If you're still in a chat, where's this shit? 1 second. Where is this shit?
From my heart. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass.
That's right, punk. What's going on, Toolman? Michelle, what's going on, Playgirl? What's going on, Big B? What's good, man? But yeah, that's the shit I'm talking about, man. And I feel like the question mark will be about the next gen stuff, which I'll talk about now as well. It's always the same shit. When we get to see, what about these games? Why don't you do the same shit on the other side as well? I just don't know, bro. Honestly, I just don't know. But let's talk about what's going on, Yobi? What's up, Playboy? Well, they all do something to that, Michelle, but it just there's always that. You know what it is. The media is always gonna have that question mark. They always gonna put that stamp on it, no matter what. And it's gonna be the same shit with this latest shit from Tom Henderson as well. Where is this shit? 1 second. What is this shit? Where are we now? Where are we now? Because I just seen something before, guys. 1 second. Where the hell did I put this shit? My bad. All right, there we are. What's going on, Razor Ultron? What's good, Playboy? What's up? Dude. Let me get this. Razor Ultra member for 15 months. Happy New Year to you, Sean, and all of those hoes. Holes on the corners. Shout out to you, Playboy. What's up? How did Lego Horizon? Yeah, music. What's going on, Playboy? Play Blue Shot. It will juice just. You might be right there. You may be right about that. I might need to play Bluey. I'm gonna start with the PlayStation stuff 1 second here. Let me pull up this next gen where we're talking about delays and all that stuff because a lot of the fanboys are quite happy with this now. All of a sudden, you know, we heard about the rumors now that PlayStation 6 might delay from 2027 to 2028. And a lot of the people on the social media, a lot of the pawns are hoping it goes beyond that 2029 or 2030 you're talking about. And we know, listen, we know what the price is. We know what's going on with prices right now. AI is taking over all that bullshit. So obvious high demand. So, like companies are worried about RAM pricing, availability. Obviously, AI has made RAM roughly 4 times more expensive, roughly, yeah. And console prices were already going to be high anyway. So, you know what is Inside Gamer? I'll say this: Tom Anderson knows a PlayStation shit, and if this is a legit source that Tom Anderson is heard it from, I'll say this: I believe it. It might get pushed back a year or two. It might get pushed back 1 year. Because I feel like PlayStation is that type of company that they don't want to give, even though they dominate in it, whatever you want to call it, in the console space versus Xbox. I feel like they're the type of company they don't want to give Xbox a chance anyway. Like not even a chance at all. They're willing to drop that bitch anytime. Doesn't matter if the PlayStation 5 Pro's out. But I'll say this: if they push it to 2028 because of the RAM issues all last stuff, one person that will know it for sure is Tom Henderson, no doubt. That's going to be really interesting to see if they push it beyond that. If it goes beyond 2029, 2030, that's what it is. That's the interesting part right now. Will it go beyond that point where they delay it even further because if it's RAM issues or if they feel like, you know what, let's just carry on. Don't worry about it. Let's just carry on what we're doing. Continue what we're doing right now because people are still stuck on PlayStation 4 and we need them to come over to PlayStation 5. That's what it is. I'll say this about even the Xbox stuff as well. Um, yeah, blame FAQ on these guys for sure. I'll say this about the PlayStation stuff. That doesn't surprise me because all of the PlayStation guys really want this to be delayed right now. Really want this to be like prime example. And I'm certain, trust me, these guys here, they're chatting shit. And what I mean by chatting shit, I mean by this. Look, we got Nicola talking about good. Release the PlayStation 6 in 2030. I'll say this. I know I am 99% certain. 99% certain. All of these guys who's championing this right now about the PlayStation 6, the PlayStation fanboys, push that big bitch of a console back to till 2030. I know for a fact that most of these dudes, if PlayStation decided to launch in 2027, these hoes would be working them street corners overtime to get that PlayStation 6. You know that, and I know that. And they'll be celebrating, they'll be kissing the PlayStation 5, like you know what I mean. You seen the thumbnail, bro. They'll be kissing the PlayStation 5, all of that shit. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. They want the shit to go push back 4 years, like sorry, 3. They want to from 2027. They want to push this back to 2030, and all of these guys are celebrating that. But I know if that shit didn't happen and 2027 was the launch window for PlayStation 6, they're gonna be there day one celebrating this shit. No doubt. And another one, Pyro as well. Same shit. I will say it again. No reason for the PlayStation 6 until 2030. This is like a narrative I'm seeing right now from the PlayStation guys. 2030, 20, like delay by 4 years. We are good for a long time. Let the PlayStation 5 cook. Cook what, bitch? I'll make the upgrade for the next gen worthwhile. Look at this shit. I think this is the narrative they're gonna push. They really want the PlayStation 6 to get pushed back because some of these dudes just got the PlayStation 5 Pro and they know what's up with that console. They didn't need a Pro. They want the next gen, yeah, bro. You see. 30 below, what's going on, Playboy? Clappy New Year is nasty work. That is nasty work. And why did he send it twice for, punk? Why did you send that shit twice for, punk? What kind of shit is that, player? There's no respect in the chat anymore. And he sent it twice. What kind of shit is that? Pickles, what's going on? Lover God, what's up? Trey, what's going on? Hit that like button. You know, I'll tell you what. Let me pull this back 1 second. Let me tell you. Well, let me pull this back 1 second. You know, when you talk about this, these consoles are tapped out, or there's still more shit to get into it. Listen, name a game that looks better than Hellblade 2. For this, I'm just giving you a prime example. Name a game that you think looks better than Hellblade 2, or another game that looks incredible. I feel like it's more to do with the developers right now. Without they're not going to be pushing them boundaries. You'll only get a certain type of people. Bluey, do you know what? Tickle Beans, you 100% I should have known. Bluey is on the same level as Hellblade 2. 100% I should have known this. I should have known better. Developers ain't going to be pushing it like that. They're looking at how to make it much easier, much sustainable. And I reckon moving forward, when a game just looks good, that'll be good enough for them guys. Not everybody's going to do a GTA. Not everybody's going to do a Gears of War or a Hellblade 2 or Forza Horizon. That's the shit I'm talking about. You ain't going to get a lot of push from a lot of these guys. You're going to get good-looking games. Don't get me wrong. You will get good-looking games. But the great-looking games, they are there. But people are willing to that. Yo, we one hit, we are done. We are out of here. That's where we are right now with some of these studios. They one hit and I said they finished. Callisto Protocol, I know we keep bringing that shit up. That's a great looking game, in my opinion. Great actors and all that bullshit. Studio were done and dusted, more or less. That's where we are. We got CJ, the Book of X. Remember, for 10 months, 2026 be the year of the Xbox Odyssey. And yo, CJ, next year it's gonna be crazy for movies, bro. Xbox is gonna have some great first-party games. You know, my favorite director, Odyssey, the Odyssey from Chris Nolan's coming out as well. Support his work for IMAX cameras. You got, was it Dennis as well, with Dune as well, Avengers as well. You know, all that shit. There's still big movies coming out next year. Some big ones. I'll talk about that at the end of the show. But yeah, that's where we are, bro. CJ, shout out to you, Playboy. It's all about the experiences, 100%. And that's what I'm saying. The consoles are there, but tech is moving faster and faster and faster. The more you let it go, the more you're gonna fall behind. 100%. If you let the AI look where AI is. I feel like AI in 2025 has improved big time. You got homies in the chat talking about making AI of me, these guys doing some crazy shit. AI in 2025 was like boom. Now this 2026 surge, I don't know what the hell is gonna happen with that shit. But that's where we are. I said we can't wait for tech. You want to stay up there with tech. Stay close to it, or like close as possible. Because once you start falling behind, that's going to be an issue. And I talked about this on WBG with Xbox and what Phil Spencer wanted to do as well. I'll move to this part here. when it comes to the console, like what he wants to do as well. Xbox zoom in. You remember when Phil Spencer, I believe it was with Paris and his team was all talking about this in that interview. And Phil goes, he wants people to pick the hardware based on the capabilities of that hardware. Now we heard about if he's gonna have AI integrated into it, more closer to the Windows store as well. You can access more other like Epic stores or maybe Steam or something along them lines. And we want to have a hardware to win based on hardware capabilities that we have. So that's what the target is. Bringing something new, bringing some incredible, like if whatever capabilities is going to be, that's what we want. If a new console comes out and it has AI, uh, say RDNA 5, for example, Zen 5, Zen 6 bullshit, all of that stuff, it can make it much easier. I'm hoping with what they're trying to do with this crossing the bridge with Windows and PC and console, I'm hoping that will help developers. Because as some developers will be like, nah, there's no point putting that on the box. Not worth it. Not worth our money. These are the type of tech I want to see in the next Xbox at least, making it much easier for them dudes like developers who have no excuses. If it helps them accelerate games, make the games look better somehow, there's some AI shit. Go ahead. That's what I want to see with the tech stuff. And when I talk about the next gen console, I'm ready for 2027 because I want the tech to stay up. I'm good with a 7-year gen. I believe a 7-year gen is bang on for a Series X and S. To be honest, that's me. And some of you guys, you can see the beauty about this now. We're not living in the old times. We're not living in them times where traditional console will kind of move ahead, and majority of the games just launch on the new console. That's where we are. We're not there anymore now. We're at a point right now where cross gen games are still getting made for previous gen, like the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One consoles. It's going to be the same shit as the Series X and S. So if you guys are worried about, I might miss out on such a game. Say example, let's say the next Halo is coming out in 2027, launching with the next Xbox. Let's just go with that. That game will be available on the Series X, so you're not missing out. Now you'll miss out with certain features if it's more ray tracing, better load times, better graphics. Remember certain games. I remember when the homie Dirt was talking about NBA games. Some of them features weren't available on weren't available on the current gen. I mean the last gen, where they made a different version or something for the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 gen. But I really do believe that having the next gen hardware in 2027 will be good for us. Would be good for gamers. I know the price is going to be an issue, no doubt. Price will be an issue. But if you ain't ready to make that jump, you ain't gonna be missing out. You won't be getting forced to make that jump because you're gonna miss out the new Halo or you're gonna miss out the new um whatever game Hellblade 3, like something like that, bro. You ain't missing out. There will always be limitations when it comes to that stuff. Sean, why I get leg shaping leggings ads whilst I'm watching your channel? I don't know, Playboy. My daughter watches uh my YouTube account's on the tablet as well, so she watches that, bro. So I don't know if it's something to do with that. She likes the gymnastic stuff and all that bullshit. So it might be that, Playboy. I might need to remove. Might need to change the account on that. So it might be that, bro, because she likes gymnastics and all that stuff. But that's where we are right now. So the merge, yeah, Black Mamba. That's what the merger needs to happen better. That is good tech, and that's what I want to see. I know some of the homies that are Dirt Gritty and these guys, they're gonna be there day one, no doubt. But they would prefer maybe a delay because they want to get more out of the Xbox Series X or they want to get more use out of it. But we know as soon as console launches, they're behind the curve straight away. And I'm really hoping when it comes to the next gen console of 2027, I really hope they can showcase it because Phil talked about the capabilities of the console. He wants people to look at the capabilities. Oh shit, it does this, it does that, it can do this compared to my Series X or S. And if it is expensive, it's going to be expensive, and that's going to be bigger. That's going to be like the biggest hurdle for Xbox, the price. But I believe they have a plan, and they have targets, and I believe 2027 would be that target. Sarah Bonds talked about a premium experience. So we were expecting at $800, $900. Now, shit, if the RAM prices are still up there and it goes to 1200, shit, it's nasty work. But as bots, if you want the best of the best, we're gonna be there. But it's crazy to me when I see the PlayStation guys kind of pushing back. They want to get back to 2029, 2030. That's a bit, I think that's suspect. Because they're hoping that happens because they know, I know for a fact, what's going on, Spoonie Love? More money, what's up? We know this for a fact, according to Moore's Law Dead, and these guys are saying it, the next Xbox is more powerful compared to the PlayStation 6. They talked about the PlayStation 6 being like a more of a low-powered console. Will it be more powerful than the Pro? Yes, but it ain't going to be that crazy jump. When they talk about it's been more for a low-powered console compared to the Series X2. Let's just run with that name. I should buy a bunch of RAM now, so you can scalp 100%. We should have done that shit earlier this year. To be honest, we were stupid for that. We should have made some money on that shit. All is behind the curve, weren't we? We're always behind the curve. But yeah, I feel like the next gen, if it gets delayed, I'll be disappointed. I don't want that shit to be delayed 1 full year. Or 2 years. Imagine that shit. I wouldn't like that shit. I don't give two shits about the PlayStation getting delayed. It is what it is. Because I can see the damage control from the PlayStation guys right now. They've got the Pro. So they want that shit to be pushed back to 2029. I understand they paid 700 beans for that shit. They want to get the most out of it. With Xbox, they kept the Series X and S there. And let's go with it. I'm ready for the shit. I'm ready for it. So they kiss my ass. That's what I'm gonna say to you. Hey, Carl Weeb, talk the delay stuff. Have you seen the PlayStation Fanboys? I know you just joined, you missed it. I was showing some receipts. Snipe dirt for shit. Snipe dirt for what? What has dirt done? Carl Weeb, your best mate. Nick Marcel. He wants the PlayStation 6 in 4 years. Is this your boy, Carl Weeb? Huh? Tell me, punk. Let me know. This is Carl. These all these ponies right now. Carl Weeb boys. Look at this shit. You Carl Weeb. Is Paya your homeboy? Is that your homeboy? This is the shit I'm talking about, Carl Weeb. They want this delay. They want this shit. That's the shit I'm talking about. They want this shit to happen. Really? They want this shit to go back 4 years. 4 years. Stop this bullshit. I don't want this shit. Does he want a game? 1 second, guys. That's where we are right now. 4 years. Does he? Come here then. Come here. 1 second, guys. Let me give this to you. What is? Yeah, Minecraft. You go play. Let's put it in front. No, don't go there. Go there. Go next door. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's where we are right now. Anyway, Payo and these guys. I'm just saying, they're hoping they're gonna push to 2030, and then I think some of the bots. I'm happy to go with 2027. Let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. I'm just gonna get to this part. Mamba, what's going on? G with a 5. Shout out to you, Playboy. Hope you well. We got the Xbox Next console isn't traditional. It's merging with PC and console, and that's what I want to see. Like Mamba, I'm really hoping they can explain it in like proper layman terms, like tell the people what they're doing with the next console. This is their future. It can't be limited to the hardcore, and it can't be too far. 2026 is a must, in my opinion. So you saying 2026? I'll say this, Mamba. Sorry, Mamba. When I was saying about the hardcore 2020, when I mean the hardcore, I mean the guys who's willing to spend a G, 1200. I'm saying if the RAM prices are there, that's what I was talking about. Mamba. I know you mentioned this on the comment sections, but I was talking about people are willing to spend a G on it because a lot of people are not willing to spend a G. Even like I know when it comes to the console, that's something I'm gonna play. That's something I'm gonna use. Like the handheld stuff was a bit different, but that was something I was gonna use no matter what. So people will pay, and to make that leap from like a guy who people are used to paying like $500, $600, that 1G, and if his RAM price is included, could be higher. I'm not sure. I get you. I'm 100% with you when it comes to that. It's not about the hardcore. I'm saying when I say hardcore, I'm talking about they're willing to pay the price. Be there day one, regardless. Like that's the shit I was talking about. Colby goes. Shout out to Michelle for the super sticker. What is it? Yeah, let it some coffee. Shout out to Michelle. What's going on, Michelle? Honestly, you've been rocking out with us as well. Shout out to you, play girl. I want to say this 25th anniversary is coming, so I'll say this. Mamba has said 2026 is a must. I don't know if that's going to happen in 2026, but guess what, Mamba? If it does, I'm there. I will be. I'll be there, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I don't want it to get pushed beyond 2027. Distinctive D1. Happy New Year's, Playboy. Have a good one as well. Be safe. And I'll say this. Most of us guys don't like price. I do not like. Look, I'm gonna say this. I don't like the price increases. I don't. But shit, if it's something that I want and I enjoy, especially with Xbox, when it comes to the consoles, I'm gonna get that shit, no matter what happens. That's what it is. A lot of these dudes are willing to push it to 2029, 2030. Fair plays. I know the reason why, because the Xbox is more powerful, and they really want the PlayStation 6 to be more powerful than the new Xbox. That's what it is. Ray Johnson goes CD keys, yeah. Long Mamba, I'm not sure, bro, if they could do it. See, do you know what I mean? If they can be two consoles approach, then yeah. But we'll see how that plays out. If they do the Series X and S again special, I'm not sure how they're gonna do it, but it's up to them to figure it out. Plain and simple. It's up to them. Nothing to do with me. Just come up with a good piece of hardware with the latest shit you got to offer, and I'm good. I'm there. That's all I need. Where are we now? What's this Tekken? What's this shit? What's the Aussie send? What the hell is this? Is this guy real? Oh shit. Yeah, 100%. If you're something that you really want or something, we'll go for it. Save up on that. Because we got a rough idea anyway. The most of the Sony studios have not released a single game for PlayStation 5. They have gotten anything. Yeah. I talked about this earlier, Colby. When it comes to the Xbox games dropping 12 games, there's always going to be a question mark when it comes to the Xbox games. What happened with this game? Why? What will happen to GTA? Sorry, what happens when GTA comes down? Gears of War's like dropping next to it. There's always that question mark for Xbox. When it comes to Nintendo and PlayStation, listen, there's no question mark. PlayStation dropped 2 first-party games this year. 2. What is that question mark talking about? Wow, PlayStation's been good in the console sales, but when it comes to the first-party output, it's been terrible. Will it be the same next year? Question mark. That's what I want. Guys, what's going on, your POS? Septic. So shout out to you for gifting 5, baby, bro. Shout out to you, homie. Did you watch that? You guys, did you watch that Tron movie? Was that shit good or let me know? Or was it average? Let me know, Playboy. Shout out to guys for dropping 5, bro. Yeah, I'll say this: they dropped one first party game. I'm talking about MLB as well. I'm including MLB. Yeah, Tron's Ares. Yeah, it was made. Sincere, no, Playboy. It's freezing out there, Playboy. I'm staying in. Yeah, I'll say this: Colby, I'm including MLB the show. Yeah, the Leto curse is real. I don't know what's wrong with that dude, but that's why I talked about it earlier in the show because I want to move along quickly. That's what I talked about before. There's always that question mark. Why don't you put that same question mark for PlayStation games? Is PlayStation gonna drop only 2 first party? For example, we know they're targeting 3, but is that it? Is that it? Is that all they're doing? 2 games? Question mark. PlayStation needs to do better. That's all I want. Sony doesn't have shit. You ain't lying about that. Yo, guys, are you going out anywhere in London today for New Year's? Let me know if you're going out. But I want to pull up something about this PlayStation. Before I move on from these PlayStation dudes, I've got to say, man, you're going to love this shit, guys. You will love this shit. I don't know what's wrong with these dudes, but for some, let me pull this back. Guys, this is your best mate as well. Your guys, can I ask you something? Real talk. If you're still in the chat, what is it with these PlayStation fanboys kissing that dog shit, smelly ass, cockroach, big bitch of a console PlayStation 5? What is with that shit? Tell me. What is with these nasty, what is it with these nasty ass, smelly ass, bleach ass, walking down them street corners, sticking their bleach fingers out, selling their bitch ass for them $70 games, kissing the PlayStation 5? What is it? What is this about? Is this why Pornhub is the number 1 on the PlayStation console? Imagine these guys kissing the PlayStation 5 and having jizz on it since it's the number 1 a Pornhub machine. Guys, let me tell you something. They ain't kissing the liquid metal. You know, Pornhub is the number 1 shit on the PlayStation 5. They're kissing some liquid shit. That's all I know. They got the PlayStation VR 2, fluids on the PlayStation 5 with cockroaches, and they're kissing the shit. Let me break this down. Let's see what's we got. Gaz's best mate, Nick Marcel. We got MBG. I don't know this guy's licking it. He's licking that shit. Yo, that's some nasty ass shit. Let me continue. Someone, well, I'm not surprised, Duke Togo. What's this shit here, bro? What is this shit, bruv? Bruv. What is this shit, bruv? Tell me. If I see any of you motherfuckers in the chat kissing your Xbox, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. Don't you dare do this shit. Don't you dare put this shit on Twitter. Don't you ever do this shit on my timeline. But some real talk. The only thing you should be kissing is your wife, your girlfriend. That's it. None of this liquid jizz on this PlayStation 5. These are men with kids, I'm assuming. Well, maybe not all of them. But this is the shit I'm talking about. They're out here kissing the PlayStation 5, licking the PlayStation 5, going down on the PlayStation 5. I don't know what the fuck to do anymore. Honestly. I'm lost for words. Time may come up with a 10. He's bringing the show back to reality. Ponies think Sony will listen to delay the PlayStation. Well, sorry, Ponies think Sony will listen to delay the PS6. They can barely get Bloodborne remastered on that bitch ass console and release that weak source, so they're gonna cry. They wasted money on that piece of shit PS5 Pro. F the Ponies, F Jim Ryan, F Sean Layden, F all of them smelly assholes. Facts. You ain't lying about that. Shit. Damn. The homie, what was this shit? One second, what's that pulled up for? There we are. That's not pulled up for just to mute. Yeah, it's a bit interesting. That nasty work. I don't know, bro. Marty, that Spoony Live, his chat, what's Spoony Live chat not come up for? That's weird. Spoony Love, member for 28 months. Imagine buying a used PlayStation 5 and the buttons are sticky. Yo, I told you guys once about what these PlayStation guys are like. And let me tell you something. Let me pull up something. Where is this shit? These PlayStation guys are like, this is the type of shit they're on. This is the type of shit they're on.
One, bro, if there is a collector's edition of this fucking game, I will fucking buy. I do not care if it's $250. I don't care if it's $250 and I have to suck dick. I will get a fucking collector's edition of this game. I still have the black light or the blue light map from GTA 5 because I bought that edition for it. I do not care. I will be on the street corner at nighttime sucking dick for this collector's edition if there is one. I will be fucking getting that. I do not care if I have to twerk outside fucking GameStop to reserve a copy of it. I will fucking clap my own ass cheeks for that shit. Real shit. Big man thing.
PlayStation. I don't make this shit up. Sticky buttons. Kissing the PlayStation 5. Well, some of the homies said they like to sit in the DualSense. I don't know what to say anymore. Nasty. Hold on. The only thing I can say to this PlayStation guys.
Why are you gay? Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
Some nasty shit. That's all I gotta say. Damn. Let me pull this 1 second. Yo, how funny was that when people were talking about blowing to the DualSense, bro? Yo, there's some weird shit out here, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Some weird ass shit. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. I want to pull up something. One of the homies sent it to me, and he goes, "Sean, show this shit." Yeah. Where are we now? None of this kissing shit. None of that bullshit. Well, damn. I'm not gonna show that because there's no point. Let me pull the shit up. I think you guys gonna like this shit. Where are we now? 30 below with the two. The same consoles they watch porn on. You ain't lying about that. You ain't lying about that, bro. It's the same shit. And they're kissing it, bro. Like, come on. Stop this shit. One of the homies sent me this and he wanted me to play his 89 game let me see this shit. I don't know what it is exactly, but because I've not fully watched it. 54, 44. Markson is out here talking about lend me 8 years and all. Let me see this shit. So this is 1989 video game system preview. Let's see this shit.
All the way from California and is here to
This shit.
give us a special guided tour of new video game systems available this fall. He is also the editor of Video Games and Computer Entertainment. Please give a nice warm welcome to Mr. Andy Eddie. Right back here.
Hey!
Look at this shit, bro.
Thanks for having me. Can you tell us a little bit about the magazine Video Games and Computer Entertainment?
Sure.
This Video Games and Computer Entertainment, it's been out about a year, and
It's by game players for game players
Genesis
on
and all that
computers
shit.
and video game systems. And we're trying to offer the newest and the best of what's available for game players in the United States.
What's it like being an editor of a magazine like that?
Well, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's pretty glamorous as far as being able to play all the new game systems like you're going to see here today. And we have people all around the country who write about the games. Very knowledgeable people. Some of them create games, so they know the inside tips on the game system.
Yeah, learn about
You know,
that.
when I was looking at the magazine, one of the things that really caught my eye were these maps that mapped out an entire video game, and I thought that would be great, you know, so I could play it better. But I also wondered, doesn't that kind of give away the game, or what is it?
One of the
for?
homies wanted me to show it today.
But at the same time, the games are so complex. They're so difficult
It's the
these
Mega
days.
Drive stuff.
To put a map in the game, which are very popular, the people love to see the maps. It shows you different parts that you might get hung up on, and it becomes less.
Freddy Krueger did have a
game
power
that you
glove,
might have put
yeah.
on the shelf because it was too hard. You can get past the section that you were having trouble with before with the maps.
Oh, so you can move up a level by using the map.
By all
Oh,
means,
that's really neat.
Listen,
Great.
Andy, we have all this stuff
Yo,
here.
the real
Let's
OG,
start with
did he
this
use
system
the
right
clip
here.
for
Tell us
something
a little
else?
about it. What
It's
is
a TurboGrafx 16 by NEC. It has a lot of arcade quality games, very sharp graphics and sound. And the games come on small little turbo chips, they call them. These are little game cards, a little bigger than like a credit card.
Wow.
And they plug into the game system. And what you get on the screen is phenomenal.
Wow.
What are some of the components of the system that you're going to get there?
Well, with this system, it costs a little less than $200. You get the game machine, you get a turbo pad, which is your
$200
controller,
back then.
Right.
and you get a game called Keep Courage in Alpha Zones, which is a running and jumping game, very similar to Super Mario Brothers. But again, the graphics, the character is very large, and the sound is very spectacular.
Wow.
Michelle,
So any special features about this, I guess, besides the sound?
just for your information, guys. You know the TV they're using here. This is what Dirk Gritty's got. Dirk Gritty was so nice of him in '89. He let Nickelodeon borrow his TV, and that's the same TV he uses in 2025. Just for your information, guys. You know what I love how the women would look back then. You know, the hair and all that, all funky and fuzzy. I love the way women look back then.
Just that it's the next step. It's really the next game machine, like
Shout
the
out to
Genesis, in that it's a lot crisper. The pictures are a lot crisper, and the sound, instead of a lot of beeps and clicks that you used to get with the older game machines, you really hear music and you really hear voices.
Wow. Oh,
Wow.
great.
Really?
How much do these little guys cost? So you get two of them when you buy it. How much
The
do they-
cartridges will cost between $35 and $50,
Okay.
and the hundreds of hours of play in each cartridge.
In each cartridge, wow.
You know what? I know there's no way we could have all these video games out here and not have somebody who would
That's
like to
right.
play this. Would
We
anyone
gotta
like to
get
play
somebody.
this game here? Anybody want to play? How about you? Come right over here, ma'am. Nice round of applause over this young man.
Star player.
Hi. What's your name? Morgan, I'm going to start this for you. We'll just start right here. And you just play for a while, then we'll come back and ask what you think about it, okay? Okay.
All right.
Go on with it.
Hey, look, why don't we check out this one? It's been singing at me since
Yeah.
you walked out here. What is the noise? And what's this one called?
Okay, this is the Sega Genesis. Sega is a familiar name. They already have their Sega Master System out. Again, this is their next generation video game machine. It's a 16-bit machine, which is a lot stronger in computing power than the previous machines were. It, too, will be just under $200.
Wow.
And the games come on cartridges, similar to a Nintendo or the Sega Master System.
Right.
And it allows you to play, again, arcade-quality games in your home.
Is it right in here?
Special components that you would get with this?
With the Genesis, you get the Genesis game controller pad
Right.
and Altered Beast, a
Altered
familiar
Beast,
arcade
yeah.
game that has been translated to the Genesis in high quality.
We played that one. That's wild, isn't it? What I was wondering, what are the features of this system? What kind of things will it do?
Well, again, similar to the TurboGrafx, it's a next generation machine in that the graphics are impeccable, almost like a painting, and just
Impeccable.
like what you'd see in the arcade.
That
in
sounds
your home.
impeccable.
And the sound, it contains a lot of digitized sounds where they take an actual voice and record it and turn it into a computer program. So you hear actual voices on the screen telling you to run this way or grab a power up or you're safe at home base or something
Really,
like that.
Michelle?
Now, I was wondering, I read somewhere that you're able to hook this one up to somebody else's So you
Right.
could get a couple of people, or how does that work?
Right, there'll be a telegenesis modem. A
Okay.
modem is a
A
connection
modem?
between two computers over a telephone, and you'll be able to play across town or across the country or across the world
So like
with
Greg
another
and I
player.
could be in each at
Yeah,
home,
they
and then we
online
can call
shit
each other
back
on the
then,
phone and
bro.
both play at the same
By all
time.
means, you play baseball from across town.
That'd be
You
wild.
told us before, but how much is the cost for this again?
Just under $200, and again, the cartridges will be similarly priced, about $30, $40.
Yeah.
Great.
Now, are these cartridges compatible with the 8-bit system? Isn't that that was the prelude to
Unfortunately
this?
not, because these are the next generation game machines.
Okay.
There will be an adapter called the power-based converter,
Okay.
which you can plug into your Genesis, which will allow you to play Sega Master System games on your Genesis.
Look at that shit.
Again, there won't be any improvement in quality, but all those games that you've got saved up in the
BC
library,
shit back then,
you
bro.
can use
That's
them on the
crazy,
Genesis.
innit?
You can use them on this, but you can't take the cartridges that are built for this and put them on the old one. Is
Unfortunately
that
not.
it?
It's a different machine.
I see. All right. Great. Should we get somebody to try this one out, Greg?
I don't know. Anybody want to play this one over here?
Look at this
Somebody-
shit, bro.
Few
Look
hands
how
up
they're
there.
promoting
How
these
about this guy right here
consoles,
in
bro.
front?
Okay. Yeah.
Great.
Come up here, buddy. Good.
Let me get you turned around right here. What is your name? Michael. Michael, will you mind to play this for us and then give us kind of your review at the end? Okay. All right. Here we go. You get.
This is
can
the
you get
shit I'm
started and
talking
everything
about.
Right there. Okay, he's got that going. Now, this is the one I
Oh
love.
shit. This is the
this
one.
little guy. What
Handel.
is this?
That's
Tell
the
us about
Nintendo Game Boy. The
And-
name Nintendo is it's familiar to everybody who plays video
Right.
games because they're very popular now.
Have you
Yeah.
seen the
This is their
movie
portable game system.
Tetris
It's called the Game
I forgot
Boy.
What's it called now?
And unlike older handheld games, they aren't limited to one single game.
Yeah.
Again, like a Nintendo home system, they have cartridges that you can plug into the Game Boy
Right.
that let you
Look
play
how far
different
we come,
games.
guys.
Super Mario Land, Alleyway is a breakout kind of game, brick breaking.
Look what it says,
baseball, tennis,
stereo
and Tetris.
sound.
Now, I do remember some little things like this we used to have back in school. I think you played football or soccer.
Right.
Right.
What's the difference between this and those?
The cartridges are the key because you can change games. The older games were limited to the football game.
Right.
You'd buy it, you were stuck playing the football. If you wanted
Right.
to play
Never-
golf, you had to buy another machine.
So this one you can play all those games, all the games that are available.
Right.
By using the same.
Now, this
Right.
thing is really
Let me just get these super chats quickly, bro. Tetris. Have you seen the movie's good, bro? That Rock with a 5. What's up, Sean? Some of us food critics went to the UK, tried a bunch of food. They said your food was garbage. They said Nando's chicken was warm dog food. Well, Rock, who said that's my food though? Who said that's my food though? Oh, well, Rock, yeah. It's one of them, bro. But yeah, you not tasted our food, the Asian cuisine food. When you go to a Pakistani and Indian, and even the shawarma stuff is really good over here, but the Pakistani and Asian cuisine, bro, different ball game. But I know what you mean. Blank, what's going on with the 5? He goes, shout out to Microsoft Rewards, double points. I'm close to a $50 card. Bro, Blank, them Microsoft Reward points, bro, that shit is like, yo, you get like $5 really quick right now. Trying to decide between Metal Gear Delta, Sonic Cross Worlds, or MK Collection. I say, that's a good question now, Blank. I would say, yeah, the Microsoft Rewards is, you do get it much quicker now. I would say maybe the Cross Worlds. If you got kids as well, you can play that with your kids. Definite. Baby Roy, Ray with a 5. What's going on? Hey, yo, Sean selling on them corners on New Year's Eve. Should make a lot of money tonight. Clap, clap. Kiss my ass, Ray. That's what I'm going to say to you. Ray is doing a show tonight as well, but listen. UK food, that's the British food, don't it? That's the British food you're talking about. Let's talk about the Asian style of it, the cuisine and all that stuff. You'd be shocked. Because Nando's a lot, bro, it's a different ball game. I'll very rarely go to Nando's, these type of places. But our main places, our Asian shops, them are the main ones, bro. Yeah, if you do everything right, bro, you can get a lot of easy, no doubt. Let's get back to this. Bro, you know what I love about this 89, the way this guy's talking about all of the consoles with his turbo graphics, Sega Genesis, this handheld as well with this Nintendo, this handheld Game Boy. Shit.
like. This is the whole bit.
That's the whole
that's
thing.
it. That's all you
the
need.
whole thing. It's going to be about $90. The cartridges will be about $25.
Okay.
And it'll be a lot of the familiar games that you've seen on the Nintendo Entertainment System. There'll be Castlevania like games. and of course the Mario Brothers Super Mario Land will be
Yeah.
available. And it has a stereo headphone
That was a
jack
game
so that you
changer.
can listen in stereo.
Okay, great. And then I see we've got 2 of them here. Now, what are we
Right.
going to do with that?
Well, Nintendo has come up with a way for 2 players to play the Game Boy together.
Yeah.
You have a video link cable that plugs into the side here,
All right.
and this one would plug into yours.
I see. Cool. I can do this, I'm sure.
She's mechanical.
There, I've got it. I've done it myself.
Go, woman,
Okay.
get it
All
in
that
there.
Together,
Right.
we can play baseball where I'm pitching the ball, you're batting, or Tetris
Great.
where we're playing on our own games. You see yours, I see mine, but they interact.
Right.
When I get something, you
So
lose.
Greg and I can get a really long cord. We can play this one across town, right? Okay.
That's true.
Okay, we're almost. We got to hurry here, but I got to see this one.
That's
okay?
Greg's favorite.
What's the name of this? What is
Well, this is the Atari
This
Lynx.
is a Atari one,
And
ain't it?
it's, similar to the Game Boy in that it's portable. It's a little bit larger, so you can't
Look
put
at
it
this
in your
shit.
pocket.
That's
but
the
it
Lynx,
fits into a
yeah.
book bag. It's going to be about $140, and its main difference, again, it has cartridges, but it also is in color.
in color?
Yes.
Wow.
So the games are spectacular.
Yo, look at
California
that
games,
shit.
Gauntlet, Rampage, games that arcade players
Look
are
at that
familiar with.
shit
They're going to
in
be available
color.
on the links.
And when will this one be available?
This will be available in October,
Right.
and similar to the Game Boy, multiple players can get together and play together with a Comlinks cable. But the difference is between 8 and 16 people can get together.
Wow.
So you can
I
get
didn't
a
know that.
party of people playing Rampage.
Wouldn't that be
or
wild? That would
Yes,
be great.
by all
I didn't
means.
know that.
Great.
Great.
8 to
Well,
16
this was
people
fun.
back
Listen,
then.
let's get over here and get our reviews. Do you
Good.
want to?
Let's do reviews.
Morgan's been here a little longer. You want to get her
Morgan,
first?
what do you think about
I
this
remember
one
the
over
Game
here?
Gear taking
Well,
like
you
8
can turn right
batteries or
around.
some
What do you
shit.
think
I
about this
remember the Game Gear because I borrowed it off my mate.
How is it different?
Well, sometimes it works automatic. There are different things, and some things surprise you when you're playing.
Let me ask you, what did you think about the graphics? Did they look better than other video games you've seen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some.
Okay, well that's a good rating from over
Sounds
here.
like she really likes it.
Let's check what's over
When will the kids be able to get this particular game? Do you know?
Well, by the time, actually, it should be shipping right now, so you
Great.
can go to major toy stores and get that.
Okay, now, what do you think? How do you like the Sega Genesis?
The remote's lighter and there's better graphics.
So the remote slider and better graphics. Do you recommend this? I mean, do you think this would be something you want to push for the holiday season?
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, Mom and Dad, you're hearing it right here. Okay. Great. All right. Thanks for playing it for us and giving us your review.
Yeah, Andy, Eddie, it's been great having
Thanks very
you.
much.
Fantastic.
Nice round of applause.
Boy.
Thank you, Mr. Andy. Eddie.
Dude, the
It's
Game
always
Gear,
nice having
that shit used to,
experts.
bro, that shit was
Isn't it?
crazy. I'm gonna have to get like an adapter or some
You guys
shit.
stick around.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'm trying to make that shit run off an adapter. I remember that shit, bro. Yo, that shit's interesting. Shout out to the whole. Yeah. We try to do what I'll try to do. We'll try to watch some of these old school videos if it's like Nintendo, Dreamcast. I'll try to do that on TTM once in a while because I've got a few I've seen. You know, I'll tell you what. It's awesome to see how far we come. But look at the way they were promoting, you know, Nintendo, Atari, Sega. It was nice to see these type of like shows back then as a kid. I'm seeing it right now, you know, like promoting these type of devices and game. Shit, that shit was fire, bro. Talking about 16 players, co-op and all that stuff. Yo, that's some good shit. Rock with the 5 goes, Sean, I live in Houston, Texas. There's a street called Westheimer. You can get every single food on the planet on that one street. And I'm not even joking. Yeah, we had one in, well, you'd be surprised. We got one in your Wally range. Bro, you name it. If it's chicken, shawarmas, noodles, dessert, pizzas. There's a new one opening called Henny's, curries, breakfast style. Like, you know, you name it, bro. It's crazy over here. Just you name it. We got that over here. Wally range, bro. But over here, it's crazy though, because I told you guys once. I don't know if this is still we still got the record for 2025, but we have the most like takeaways restaurants in the UK in this town. Was a takeaway, one of them anyway. It's crazy. Us guys got the record, and us guys only a town compared to like other places, cities. But yeah, there's one in Manchester. They used to call it the Curry Mile in Manchester, Wimslow Road. Some of the guys in the UK will know this. It's called Wimslow Road, and they used to call it the Curry Mile. You name it, everything was there. Everything. Now it's more for It's more like shisha places now because that's where the money is, to be honest. Sean, you like good food? Yes, of course I like good food. Come on, guys. I like to try all kinds of food, to be honest. I make my own brisket. I made brisket 12-hour cook. I made that pretty good, to be honest. Brisket, steaks, lamb chops, chicken wings. I made chicken wings yesterday in the oven. That was nice, bro. You know, the difference is when you make that shit in the oven on a, was it convection fan on that setting? If you got an electric oven, it's totally, it makes, compared to air fryer, bro, it's a different ball game. I know it takes longer to make, but it's a different ball game, 100%. Brisket, yeah, bro. I sent did I have a picture of that shit? What brisket? So there's a new place in my mate sent it to me. There's a few in Manchester right now, which is halal, so we can have it. He's got the proper, them big canister, them oven pits, whatever you call them in Texas. One guy's got them in Manchester. That's nearby to me as well. So we're gonna go check that place out. That shit looks for a fire, bro. That shit looks proper, bro. But I have made my own brisket, steaks, you name it, all of that shit. Lamb ribs, all of that stuff. Yeah, the smoked brisket. This guy's got one in Manchester, a proper pit style smoke. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I'm like, yo, this side we gotta go see it. So we're gonna go one of these days. Maybe early next year we go check it out. But I'll let you know, bro. But it's showing me the video, bro. It looks promising. I feel like more and more stuff like that is coming over from the States. Pit style, the smokers, they're coming across here now. A 12-hour smoked brisket. Yeah, I've made a 12-hour brisket, but not a smoke one. Obviously, that'll be a totally different ball game. A smoker. We're talking about food here, and I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. Hungry in that, man. Shit. Hungry. Come get some Mexican food. Yeah, I do like the burritos and all that stuff. Funny enough, they open a Taco Bell over here. They actually open a Taco Bell. My mate went and he goes, looks disgusting. He goes, it looks, the presentation, that doesn't look nice, but he goes, it tasted nice though. I go, all right, bro. He goes, it tasted nice, he said. But that's what it is. Honestly, if you guys, man, one of these days, man, we'll do something, man. Hopefully, us guys will hook up and, if I come to the States or something, that should be fire, bro. No, we got Mexican places over here. Mexican people. We got like in Preston, they got them there, bro. They do the enchiladas and all that stuff. They are nice, though. We got them in the cities. We got them, bro. Now I'm just talking about Taco Bell. They just do the burritos, all that stuff. But in Preston, they got a Mexican called Coco's as well. They do the Mexican and the Jamaican stuff as well, because I think they're like half or something, the granddad or something as well. Yeah, they do enchiladas and all that. Them are nice though. It is nice though. So they do kind of both. But I grew up on like more curries, chicken curries, lamb curries, veg as well, all that stuff. And then obviously now you got like a lot of the people here, they make when it comes to the pizzas over here, say we grown up with like proper like chicken, salami, like all of that stuff on the pizza, keema, mince, all that stuff. Where people are more basic, just like pepperoni. That's it as the grown up. But I grew up with all of that stuff. But we got so many. It's crazy though. We got so many options over here, and I'm sure it's the same over there as well, bro. So many people are bringing different. Like over here now, there's so many places. Like if it's Kurdish, Turkish as well now. The shawarmas are here. More and more people are bringing the American stuff over here. Like we getting like Popeyes over here, Wingstop. All of that shit's opening up recently over here. So what we didn't have in the States is coming across here now. So that's the crazy shit about it. It's like so much option, diversity it's crazy, bro. If you want fish and chips, you can have it, bro. If you want shawarmas, you can have it. Curries, fish, pizzas, you know, you name it, bro. They got it. It's crazy over here right now. Cabedas, it's wild over here right now when it comes to the food. Shit, they got too much over here for my liking, bro. I think it's too much. But hey, listen, if the money to be made, they're gonna make it, bro. They're gonna sell that shit no matter what. The food is awesome, bro. The food is awesome over here. Sean love jelly. Oh, eels. No, come on, bro. Mash. Yeah, mash is nice, bro. Mash is nice. But I'm definitely gonna check that shit out. Yeah, UK's got a Popeyes. I think there's one opening up in one's in Manchester because I've seen it when I do my Manchester route on Saturday. They got one over there, and there's one opening in Preston, I believe. That's not far from me as well. So yeah, it's gonna be fun, bro. Honestly, if you ever come down like nearby, bro, like Gaz lives in London area, and there's certain places he goes. They're really nice places, bro. You need to check out the UK pop. You know what it is? I'll tell you what. Before I close this shit down the next 4 minutes, I'll let you know. WebDev, hopefully one day we'll sort it out, bro. I'll say this. You know what it is? A lot of people catch up though. For example, where say like Pizza Hut used to be the main place for pizza. Everybody used to go Pizza Hut, Domino's, all that. That was the go-to places. But the thing is, people have caught up. Your local takeaways make better pizzas than that now. They're making better pizzas. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is. They're making better pizzas. Your local people are making better pizzas. Like Nando's, back in the days, I think Nando's were like the top tier people back in the days. But you got your local guys are making better chicken. They're making better shit now. And that's what it is. One second. Someone sent me a message. No. Just dirt punk ass on Xbox. And that's what I think it is. Everybody catches up. When you bring something new, then everybody does it. Then it becomes the norm. Local food, yeah, but like I remember when people used to say Nando's chicken is the best. Nando's chicken is the best. And it was nice back in the days. But everybody's caught up now. Everybody makes better chicken now. Because everybody does it, you know. Now imagine one person was only making pizza, bro, but then everybody else starts bringing their pizzas, their own style, wood fire, clay oven, pizzas, you know, making that. Everybody catches up. My cousin, he had a takeaway restaurant, and he had a clay oven. No, sorry, he had a clay oven. He spent like 40 G's for that clay oven. Obviously, shut down because it didn't really take off over here. Because I feel like certain stuff isn't suited for certain places. I felt like it's like a clay oven, brick oven. It's like it was crazy, bro. He paid like 40K for that shit, for that pizza oven, natural wood fire, whatever the fuck it is, clay oven, whatever you want to call that bullshit. I said in the city that would have been good, but local sometimes you're spending that much money on that, like no, it doesn't work out. Sometimes you got to be in the city. You got to be in the city, bro. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, I love to, bro. No, when I go around, bro, I love trying different food, different people's food when it comes to that. Different, you know, styles of food as well. Now, sometimes it's not for me. When I go abroad, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes the cheese, I don't like the cheese. Like if I go Spain, if I go Germany, sometimes the cheese is different, bro. I don't like the cheese sometimes because I'm so used to having cheese over here. Sometimes the cheese is different, or the bread or dough's a bit different because I'm not used to it. Or it'll be the same for you guys because you're so used to having one style like you locals. It's like that, bro. Tapos places, yeah, that's what happens. Everybody catches them and take over. I had the pizza in London last year, better than California. Maybe that's because of the cheese or something, maybe. Yeah. Bro, we could talk about food all day, every day, you know. But I'll be honest, my favorite food is lamb karai. When someone makes that proper, that's my favorite food, bro. Honestly, that's in life. You gotta go Manchester, you gotta go to the cities for that. It's beautiful, bro. But anyway, guys, salute to you guys. 2026, TTS will be the first show. Well, Dirt will do this Darkman tomorrow, but me and Dirt will be doing TTS this Friday as well. We'll have a lot of fun. Talk that shit. News is light, though. I'll be honest, the news is light. But we're going to have a lot of fun, bro. A curry. A bit of curry. You know. But it's been a fun show, guys. We'll keep talking that shit. Be safe if you're going out today, guys. Be safe, guys. Be sensible. Enjoy yourself and spend some good time with the family. Happy New Year. Happy New Year's to you guys. 2026, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun, guys. Talk that shit. And let's end it with this shit, yeah. Let's end it with this shit. Where are we now? Wait, let's end it with this shit.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Now, moving into 2026, guys, let me remind you, do not forget what happened in 2025. What you're about to see is a transformation for Pokemon. Look at his motherfucking eyes carefully. Zoom into his motherfucking eyes and see what happens when you want to transform into a Pokeball. Maybe, just maybe, with his motherfucking eyes rolling up like that, maybe he's sitting on a DualSense controller. Is that what you want to become? Is that what you want to become and do that nasty shit, sitting on the DualSense controller? Look at this shit! 2026 bots, I don't want this shit to happen to you. Don't end up like Kid Bot, Pony Botty like this. Imagine kissing a PlayStation 5. Imagine sitting on a DualSense controller and having your eyes roll up like that. That is some nasty ass shit. Look at him having some pony jizz. Some pony ass jizz. Shit. I'm done with this shit. Rolling into 2026, we ain't doing this shit anymore. Enough of this shit. I'm out. West side till we die, bitch.